Why don't you go fucking build something or go die in a war like a man's job is?
If you need some money, bitch, go get a motherfucking job.
You thought you ate, huh? Give me your plate, baby girl. Go ahead and hand it over. You think the reason why we're asking for money is because we don't have jobs? What demographic are you talking to? Black women, the most educated? What's not clicking, sweetheart? We're asking for money because we know the value of our time. Now get back to work.
Women today don't have a problem telling you how they think, and they don't have a problem telling you how they feel. If you think about what you're seeing today in everyday society with these women, they're out here wearing the hair of other women, of animals, openly. They're out here saying literally whatever pops into their head, and then they'll turn around and say that they were oppressed and that they are oppressed and that they're afraid for their lives because you as a man are stronger than them and you can kill them at any time. Even though women are more likely to vote, and the reason why they're more likely to vote is because, well, to be honest with you, there's more women than there are men. They significantly outnumber men. I've heard it's open now where men will say, yeah, it's about 7-1, 10-1, but really it's more like 30-1, 40-1 now. It's so obvious that if you can't see it, it's because you're not truly paying attention. They've created a society where they rule openly and they construct their own reality. And it's only if you don't go along with it that you're deemed as a non-ally, as an enemy. And they'll do everything they can to sabotage you, to destroy you. And it's to the point where the tests that you can run as a man to even figure this stuff out for yourself, the women, their ego won't allow them to see the truth. You can go up to any woman and say, hey, is it objectively racist and evil to actively say that all black people have to open all the doors and give up their seats to everyone else? And they'll all say, yeah, that's racist. You can't do that. But then if you say, hey, well, what if you just say only men have to do it? And we'll call it something like chivalry. And we'll say, hey, we're calling it chivalry, and it's an unwritten rule that all men have to open all doors and give up their seats to everybody else, especially women. And if they don't, well, they're breaking the rule, and they should be shamed. And then they won't have anything to say to you because they'll be thinking in the back of their mind, like, oh, shit, this motherfucker's awake. This motherfucker can see what's going on. And the fact is, in society today, the reason why women are more likely to vote is because there are more women. The reason why women are openly in these roles of supposed leadership, why they're becoming CEOs and all these other professions, is because there's more of them now. Like, it's significantly more of them. It's more of them to the point where they have more women to choose from. And they're saying, like, they want you to believe that men are out here oppressing women and beating women, when in reality,
women outnumber men 7-1 to 10-1 by the time they graduate high school, and that's a fact. No matter the race, religion, or ritual, those are facts.
and the truth is, it's not even until you can actually see and accept that everything else starts to fall in place. That things, being the way they are, actually start to make a little bit of sense. Because women will openly tell you that your job as a man is to take out the trash. Your job as a man is to go die in a war. Your job as a man is to protect her. Your job is to do this. Your job is to do that. Basically, anything that she doesn't want to do, anything that could be considered to be a second-class citizen's job or a slave's job or someone who's expendable's job, someone who isn't important's job, that's your job. It's your job to work yourself to death. It's your job to be a servant and give everything that you have for an entity that is literally so toxic that its blood has to be literally purged for 4 to 5 days every month, or it will die. That's the truth. That's the reality. These motherfuckers are everywhere. This was a huge problem biblically. If you actually read the so-called Bible, the Book of Remembrance, they were building golden calves. As a black man, we know that women literally call themselves calves. They call themselves heifers. They call any young girl who's supple and fertile a heifer, which is a calf, a young supple cow. They built golden calves. They weren't building actual cows and worshiping cows. They were worshiping women. It was all about vagina worship. And that's what we're seeing today, because there's so many women. They're worshiping each other. They're obsessed with each other because they are obsessed with evil. The evil that consumes a woman, it's visible in a manner that if you point it out, you as a man stand out. They want you to be constantly obsessed with some chick's backside and to chase after it constantly. And if you don't do that, you start to stand out. You're not going along with the flow of society, because as a man in this world, in this society, we are so few in number that it's getting harder and harder to go unnoticed, especially if you choose to engage with the society with a job or with some form of recreation that doesn't involve serving a woman and giving all your resources to essentially evil, being taxed out of existence to maintain, things that in all honesty shouldn't even exist. This entire society is built on the servitude platform of self-serving, self-sacrifice to women. Everything is meant to be given to a woman, even though the seed of life is forged inside of a man and only temporarily incubated in a woman for a very short time, 10 months minimum. And then that life is self-sustaining. They don't want you to look at objective reality. They want you to live in a world full of lies, worshiping a woman who, for all intents and purposes, literally more than likely has horns growing out of her fucking head. You just can't see them because you're blinded by a perceived beauty given to you by a world that is nothing short of a lie.
We need to kill all men. I am sick of being a baby factory that produces more men that will just, in the future, subjugate me. So the only answer to that is to kill male babies and just kill any man that you see, like in the streets, like any swinging dick, just kill him. Because we want the species to go on, but we want it only to go on with women in it. So that's what we have to do. That's the only way to keep the human race going.